And welcome back to Kurtzky's Garage. I was contemplating a little problem I was having on the W126, and that was, and probably most of you have dealt with things like this on your classic cars, how to restore the metal trim. Not only does that metal trim, if it's anodized something or other, or chrome plated, or whatever the case, typically maybe polished stainless steel, maybe on this era of cars. I think that's more the case with the W126. It really gets to be looking not that great after a while. Car wash detergents cause buildup on the stainless, just gunk from the atmosphere and oxidization. So you want to bring this metal stuff back, but you got trim that's what, quarter of an inch, that kind of thing, around the roof drip rails, around the window openings, the belt line molding, and what do you do? So I was working with my, where is it? I've got it hiding up there. My Milwaukee detail sander polisher. It's an M12, so the 12-volt platform. And, it's a gun type thing. It works really nice. It's a great tool, but it has a 3-inch sanding attachment, and it's not like a drill bit, so you can't clamp down on something miniature. And I didn't want to use a Dremel tool because I think the awkward angle, like trying to hold a Dremel tool over this, it wasn't quite right. So I was thinking, well, what other tools out there would do the job? And I didn't know that this tool existed until I started, going to that wonderful space called YouTube, and I found this. It's the Milwaukee, what do they call it? It's tool number 2415-2, and it is the right angle, 3/8 inch right angle drill. So we're going to do a live unboxing. I just cut the tape on the back of the box here so I could actually open it easily. And here we go. Come on, get out of there. That is the tool. So in watching some of the other YouTubers out there, especially those in the detailing business, they're using this as a scrubber for floor mats and carpets and whatnot. And yeah, I've got a couple of carpet cleaning attachments, so I think that's going to work very well. So I'm just going to plug in an M12 battery, and there we go. And we can close that chuck, and I'm hoping it will work with some of the polishing bits that I bought off Amazon, and I very artfully put them into a thin Milwaukee pack out. So if this doesn't work, I'm going to be a little embarrassed, but I think this is going to be just fine. We'll take a random cone. They're color-coded to represent how stiff they are, and this is a fairly stiff guy, and we'll just simply put it in. Hey, look at that. There we go, and we've got different speeds we can work up to. Where's that torque setting? I think that's just a torque setting. Yep. It does seem to govern how quickly the drill spools up. So, maybe working on that 2 setting out of 10 with the slow spool up will be what we want. So we can come over the trim, one hand on the tool, index finger on the paddle, and the second hand just sort of guiding it. I think this is going to make sense. We'll find out. And I'm using Griot's Garage metal polish. This I actually used with the 3-inch precision sander polisher tool, and this does work well. I just didn't want all this stuff going over windows and whatever else. So we're going to cut to the car next, and we're going to try this on some of the metal trim, and we'll see if my pontifications last night actually made sense. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're out looking at the 126, and this is the front A-pillar trim. I've done a little bit of work through here, but there's still an awful lot of oxidization. And this was a particularly difficult area to get to with a 3-inch detail sander. So I think what I'm going to do, and again, I'm just inventing a technique here as we sort of get into this. I'm going to put this on here, Then we'll just see what the heck happens. Yep, that's got it. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, now let's see what we got underneath. Now, is it better? Yes. A lot of work to do yet. There's a lot of oxidization built up through here, but we'll work away at it. 36 years of oxidization, so it's not going to come off so easily first time around, but it's lifting it. I'm going to try a different tip on this and see if that makes any difference or improvement. Back in a sec. Okay, so I thought you might like to see this setup. This is a little pad holder that goes into the drill. Okay, so we're locked in there, and that is the polishing pad, and it's flat. So let's see how this guy works out. And I am going to come in and get some of the trim up here. So I'm going to reposition the camera for that, and we'll see how that works. Okay, so this is the surface we're going to come in on. There's tons of oxidization, and we'll see what this little guy can do. I feel like I'm a dental hygienist working with one of those polishing tools that they use on a cleaning. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we're going to see if it makes a difference. It should, but we'll see what it looks like. Okay, I'm not sure what you can see on camera, but we're starting to cut through it. So that's going to take a lot of work to get that oxidization out. This is going to be a long process. There's a lot of chrome trim on this car, or stainless trim, if you will. But makes sense to try and deal with it because it doesn't look very good the way it currently is. So we're going to keep working away at that. I will give you updates, and that's all I got for you this evening. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you soon on the next Kurtzky's Garage. Take care.